I suck at guitar. Before we begin, I'd like to say that this tutorial suggestion came from a viewer in my comments section. I appreciate your interest and thank you very much for your contribution. Your messages mean a lot, you guys are splendid, and I can't say that enough, so allow me to take the time and say...
No one flocks to your channel for your shitty intros and personality. Just get into the meat and potatoes of it, mate!
Okay, alright. For the impatient, please skip to this part of the video. As for the rest of you, let's begin. Heyo everybody, hope you're all doing well. Wavedashes. What are they? What do they mean? Are we alone in the universe? What's for dinner? Is this a Wavedash? Yes, but no. Is this a Wavedash? That's not what I had in mind. Is this a Wavedash? No. Stop being wrong.
Sorry.
Thank you. This is a Wavedash, a mechanic that combines movement technique with recovery option to form a beautiful cohesion of the two. It's like riding around the arena as if you were Tony Hawk, and it's sweet. I was a skater boy, I said see you later girl. Wavedashes are great because of how intuitive they are. Simple in nature, easy to execute alongside being versatile in their purposes. Wavedashes are practically the answer to any question. Did you waste your boost but you want to maintain speed off the wall? Wavedash. Do you want a little more oomph on your kickoff? Wavedash. Do you want to look cool? Wavedash. Parking ticket? Wavedash. X plus Y? Wavedash. Open a bank account? Save cash. Wife left you for David, took the kid and left you all alone? Depression. Bump into David at the parking lot? Dave Bash. So, how do you do it? How does one Wavedash? Well, I'm glad you asked and have arrived at my channel to satiate your burning questions and curiosity. Hope you brought a towel because we're headed to the beach.
I want to go home.
In case we haven't met, my name is Mattal, and this is How to Wavedash. I feel like that ends very abruptly. I did it again. Wavedashes truly are one of the easiest mechanics to learn and perform. The gist? All you need to do is tap your jump button, tilt your car one way, and flip in the opposite direction when you're close to the ground. You can repeat this process to chain multiple dashes together and shuffle around the field, but if this is a little unclear, a straightforward example would be, well, actually just that, wave dashing forward. They should look like this. Jump, tilt back, flip forward into the ground, hold power slide. Keep doing this to build up speed and maybe you'll qualify for the Grand Prix. This is slightly altered if you're going for kickoffs though. The only difference is that you tilt forward first while boosting, then lean back, flip forward into the ground and hold power slide. Why tilt forward at the beginning, you may ask? It's so that you push yourself forward towards the ball and back into the ground in the same breath. A Wavedash will give you a speed boost when you land, so you don't want to waste time in the air. With some practice, you can stitch a couple of these together and essentially make your car do the worm. For a successful Wavedash, you want the back wheels to be lower than the front ones when you land so that the energy of a front flip gets pushed down into the ground and drives your car forward. If the front wheels are lower than the back wheels, you'll bonk yourself off of the ground and kinda look foolish.
Oh, cut this.
Keep in mind that this concept as a whole is not limited to one direction. You can do them facing any direction you please. Forward, backwards, left, right, and any other way you could think of. Just be wary of how you want to flip your car. As a side note, I found this to be one of two common ways to mess up a Wavedash. Not only does one set of wheels need to be lower than the other, but they also need to touch the ground briefly. If the tires aren't planted firmly, it could spell disaster. Flips will level off your car's height in the air and suspend it for a moment, so a small gap is often just enough for the other tires to miss the ground. I didn't even know this was a thing when I began making this video. Sometimes my dashes just wouldn't connect, and I couldn't figure out why until I looked through the replays. I mean, I'm happy I caught it in time and found a possible explanation, but who knows, it's me. A good tip for better performance with your Wavedashes is to have your NAR, hey, that's a reference, and power slide on the same button for simplicity and ease of access. This sounds whack at first to have a single button running double duty for different functions, but in practice they work well together with no overlap whatsoever. I mean, think about it. You can't power slide in the air and you can't air roll on the ground. Name a more iconic duo. They go together like bread and butter, salt and pepper, peanut butter and jelly, or a fist to David's face. Man, I'm hungry.
That's nice and all, but How do we practice these?
Well, if you guys have been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know I'm going to suggest free play. I'm pretty sure I spend more time in free play than I do online nowadays. For Wavedashes in particular, I recommend playing on Throwback Stadium. The map is slightly larger in length and width, giving you more room to work with than standard maps for practice. When you load in, start from one end of the map and begin Wavedashing to the other side. If you're new to Wavedashes, this will give you a feel for how they work and the timing required to land your car on the ground. If your timing is off, you'll most likely flip and mess up the Wavedash, killing your speed in the process and your friendships. Is that just me? Start off simple by dashing straight ahead without your accelerator. You want the power of the flips to be driving the car forward. Don't forget to hold your power slide as you land. This will prevent your momentum from slowing down too much. When you get a feel for how the timing works, you can bring back the accelerator to build up speed and maybe add some spice by dashing diagonally, sideways, as well as backwards. I mean, it's free play, you can do whatever you want. This mechanic is very pleasant when you start to pull it off, so something I enjoy doing is wave dashing between the walls and the ground, making big loops around the map, flipping onto the wall, and then hopping off of it to dash onto the ground and repeating the process. Not only is this amusing, at least for me, but it's a practical recovery choice in matches when you don't intend to stick to a wall but want to conserve your speed and save your boost. If you're daring today, you could practice wave dashes off of the ceiling.
But how do we do that?
You telepathically ask me. By flying from the top of the nets. They act as pretty efficient ramps to get you up there while saving your flip. Perhaps one might say this isn't the most pragmatic skill to learn. You won't be seeing them in a lot of matches, if ever, but I still think that they're a lot of fun. I recommend them, so go out, give them a try, and enjoy yourselves. You know, it's truly incredible to reflect upon, really. In this video, we have only scratched just one facet of an infinitely complex behemoth, a structure so large in its scale that it can be difficult to fully capture with a single gaze. Though this mechanic has its utility, wave dashes are only a drop in the bucket. It can come across as overwhelming, to look at all there is to learn and be paralyzed with frustration as inexperience attempts to guide us forth with uneven steps. Our promise of a straightforward path to greatness is always appearing to be circumvented as if we've fallen off the trail, but success was never linear. At the end of the day, this all boils down to merely having fun. I'd go as far to say that the real enjoyment we get from this game doesn't come from the goals we score, but the ones we reach. To be on the hunt, wandering out past our boundaries in the pursuit of an answer. Feeling that click in our minds when something snaps from foggy to clear in an instant. A feeling that's satisfactory in a way that it's difficult to compare. It's as if we threw a puzzle into the air and every piece fell into place when gravity pulled them back. To be a Rocketeer is to push forth, exploring our own capabilities and expanding our frontiers by doing our best, reaching new heights, and achieving something great. So this is my message to you. Get out there, dash around, and run that field like you own it. So this is the part of the video where I blab about stuff for a bit, say goodbye, throw some bonus clips at the end, and I play some guitar for those who watch the whole thing. If this isn't your speed, this is probably where the video ends for you, and that's okay. That's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. Stop by again soon. Is anybody still there? For the most part, I just wanted to say I can't thank you all enough for the support you lend whenever I post. The views are cool and all, and I love talking to people about how well it's going.
Ma, I'm famous!
But I adore the comments you guys leave. Every time I get a notification and it's a new comment, I get really excited. They're like little presents that you guys leave me, and some really nice stuff is being said. I love making videos for you guys, not only because you're all so great, but because I think you all deserve better. It might just be me, but a lot of people I see online will just spew words out in a dense block of text or post a video and say, "Fucking here you go, subscribe, haha," and it's really impersonal. People tend to forget that there's a person on the receiving end who wants and needs something digestible. Responders primarily focus on what they say and neglect how they say it. I believe the quality of the information and the way it's presented shouldn't be separate items. They're heavily connected and integral for a better understanding. Through my content on YouTube or my responses on Reddit, I do my best to inform and spread some reassurance to everyone I interact with. A few words of encouragement go a long way, so imagine what a whole 30 seconds at the end of a tutorial could do. What? I bring this up because now I'm on the receiving end of such encouragement. While I'm out and about creating content or giving advice when I'm free, I like to push others to continue with their journeys, and when I finally post after hours poured into writing, shooting, editing, and dealing with complications along the way, you guys give it right back with your words and assure me that you enjoyed my stuff. It's really nice. I'll leave you all be now. I wrote and spoke way more than I meant to. This is genuinely an accident. So until we meet again, don't forget, I've been me, you've been you, and this is the outro. And go. Ah! We should get out of here. Oh my god. Beep-bop, boo-bop, beep-bop, boo. Car. There's a car in the background. My mouth makes a lot of sounds when I talk. Well, I guess that's what talking is. Not only is one set of wheels... Why is reading so hard? Why is... It's like, I made it through college. How can I not read? Like, why is it so hard? I wrote this. A good tip for better performance with your Wavedashes is to have your NAR... Hey, that's a reference. I f***ed up a click. Are you serious? If you guys have been watching my channel... no, it's not... It's videos, not channel. Stupid. Oh, dogs are barking. Perfect timing. I recommend them... No, I suck. There's no way to sit down here. You were gone when we found you. You were practically surrounded, you were trapped. The opposition stalled, their blood ran cold when they saw the look of love in your eyes. Maybe the times we've had, they weren't that bad, and everything else is part of a path that we sang. I don't know where we'll go, from the alpha, the omega, beginning and the end, and we all just idolize the dead. So you were born, and that was a good day, and someday you will die, and that is a shame. But somewhere in the between, you lived a life of which we all dreamed. Nothing and no one will ever take that away. Ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Na 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 na. I suck at guitar.